we're gonna go on to our last topic. It's gonna be cartoons that should have been made into video games or our favorite consoles. So cartoons that should have been video games for our favorite consoles.
Let's clarify this because there's a lot of shows out there that you might like. Your brain initially will be like, dude, I loved Bobby's World, I love Eek the Cat, they should have made that a game. A lot of these things got video games.
They got games.
It's unbelievable how many of them.
Yeah, and I did the research to the ones that didn't make it, but like there are ones that didn't make your favorite console. So
got it. Yeah, my number one was going to be Bobby's World. That was like my choice.
They have a Super NES
NES game.
But it sucks, right?
It's pretty jank. It's like bare bones. I mean, it's Bobby and you're walking. I always forget the spider's name. Spidey? Spidey?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Oh,
now.
dude,
I can't remember.
All I can think of is Mr. Squash.
And I know Ricky had one. He told us off podcast it was King of the Hill.
Oh,
right?
King of the Hill would have been
King of the Hill would have been awesome.
Okay, now to be fair, let's say this.
I think there's an Xbox game about that one.
No, there's not.
Okay,
No.
well, let's say this. Let's also like exclude like random PC like Windows games because I feel like there's so
That
many of
doesn't
those.
count.
or cell phone
I'm pretty
games, 'cause
sure
they're all over.
the ones that I'm gonna mention.
Okay, let's
Go quick.
let's let Ricky go his King of the Hill route. What you got with you? What you thinking in your head? What would be the premise though?
Oh, dude, you sell propane and propane accessories, and you mow the lawn, bro. Hang out with your. But look,
That's awesome.
there's a Boomhauer stage where you're driving, like he drives the crazy car, and then you're Dale killing bugs. I mean, come on, how cool is this?
Well, they did Beavis and Butthead game, so.
Oh yeah,
So
lots of them.
It'd be something like that, like multi characters. I don't know. I think.
For which
like a
system?
Simpsons
Which
hit and run,
system
but
is
you
this
could do
coming out
King of
on?
the Hill.
All right, so if I had to pick a system for it, it'd probably be.
So think about the time and everything. What it's gonna do needs to make sense on that console. What's it gonna be?
I'd probably do GameCube
Game? Oh,
for that game.
I like that.
With like
I like it.
cell shaded
Yeah.
kind of thing, maybe
Yeah.
like an Alien Hominid.
Alien
style.
hominid style, yes.
That'd be awesome.
Bruce, who you calling on next, teacher?
Chris, do you have one?
I do. One of my favorite cartoons growing up, which this again was made later as like way later as a game, and then I guess early on for like Atari ST, which I didn't even realize. I did have to look this up.
Yeah.
But Thundercats was one of my
Yep.
favorite games. Cartoons of all time, and I'm like, how did they never actually? Like if that was on NES, I would have loved to play it on NES because that was the height. Like at the end of the '80s, I loved it. Like. It could have just been a side-scrolling Lionel with the sword, going through.
Thundercat like
Oh, you could have put the thing up. Thundercats could have the noise.
What console?
NES.
NES.
So
Super NES would have been incredible, but even NES would have been amazing if there
So
was
I had to do a lot of
Thundercats
research on like Thundercats because
Give us some
Thundercats
research.
was one of those like with those notable games that I was like, oh, they didn't make one, but they did for DS.
Nintendo
But
DS, yeah.
There was I went in and this guy named Larry Bundy Jr., who is a YouTuber, did a review for
that guy.
Thundercats that was supposed to come out for the NES, but got canceled by
There's
the
a-
developer.
I saw that. There's a cover art for the NES game.
Right.
Which looked
So
incredible.
It was done by Elite, which was a game developer that was supposed to do it for the NES, but they only did it for like the Commodore 64 and a couple other things.
Curtis
but
with the research.
Well, and I read this too,
Dude,
actually. I read the
I mean,
same article. The guy had a
let
whole
Curtis
thing.
have his shine.
No, but like I even told you guys, I was like, that's gonna be a little bit of
It was
research.
going to be a port of the Atari game. It did come out on Atari ST, which is one of my favorite systems by the computers, the Atari
They did
ST.
an 8-bit version and a 16-bit version.
Yeah, it was going to be a port of that to the NES, but it never came out.
And so like two other
We
games came up.
We need
for
to
it.
find the prototype. Maybe there's a prototype of
Could you
Thundercats
imagine?
out there.
That cover art was so sick.
We'll
I was
find it.
like, that's the game that I would have picked.
Yeah, I have a few of them, but that was
There's a Thundercat game on the DS.
DS.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
he
from,
said.
from 2012. And
Oh, he said it?
Yes.
Oh,
Gabo was like
No
waiting for his
worries.
moment. So he's like, guys, don't worry. It's on the DS.
what an awesome choice, man. Being Lionel and just like
Oh, it would have been so good.
yeah. All right, so Gabo, did you have one?
I got two quick ones.
I love how you always
You can
have
go into depth, man. Don't worry.
Go for it, bro.
First, Silverhawks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wow.
That was on my list.
Super rare
Old.
cartoon.
Older.
I think it only lasts like 3 seasons.
Was it like late 80s?
Yeah.
Early 80s?
Middle 80s. Middle 80s.
I think I could be wrong though. I think there was a game for Famicom for that.
Silverhawks?
I think so. I could be wrong
Okay.
because I was looking that up.
Yeah, you
I
can
was
look
looking
it
that
up.
up too.
I'll look it up while you guys are
I don't
talking.
remember the cartoon. It's HAWKS.
Like
Silverhawks. And
Silverhawks.
You'll
Yeah.
notice the helmets. They kind of look like
Yeah. It was like the same people that did Thundercats.
Okay.
And for NES, and I seen the game maybe playing like Captain Planet on the NES.
I don't see a game.
no.
I don't see a game.
And I think Captain Planet did
Captain
make a
Planet.
game.
Yeah,
they did. They have an
So
NES.
actually, it's
Which is
two
fun.
more.
Right.
The other one is Thunder.
Thundar.
You guys doesn't remember Thunder?
Thunder.
Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, the thunder.
No.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Okay, well, whatever.
Sorry, I was looking up something.
No, it's okay. Okay, discard
You have
that
another one. No worries.
Okay, Rifo will like this one.
Ooh.
NES,
Okay.
Capcom,
Uh-oh.
Gummy Bears. Disney Gummy
Would have been
Bears.
a good one.
Yo, that would have been really
That
That would
good.
have been
That'd been
cool.
fire.
And I
that-
imagine the same gameplay as DuckTales. Because you remember Gummy
They
Bears,
bounce.
the cartoon?
They bounce.
Boom, boom. That
Wow.
would be
That's a good one.
awesome.
Dude, that was
You know,
a good
that-
one.
I think you hit it on the head with Disney Capcom because that style of gummy bears,
Is Disney?
it feels very Capcom NES.
Yes.
Wow. I like that, Gabo. That's a good one.
Now, Rick, do you have one?
Dude, I got one. It's newer though. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know who's gonna like this one, Ricky.
Oh,
So I actually like games like Overcooked. Have you guys ever played that? It's like cooking simulators where it's crazy, but it's fun and things fall down. And you're no, it's not what you think.
This guy made fun of me about a swap meet simulator, and he's like,
No.
Cooking simulator.
But you have to play
Get
Overcooked.
outta
No,
here.
The audience is not going to agree with you. Trust me. Overcooked is one of the highest rated video games.
Oh my
No,
God.
imagine it's crazy though. Like everything's crazy, things get fall. I want a game like that, but I want Bob's Burgers.
oh,
that'd be
okay.
so good.
I want
Alright.
a Bob's Burgers themed like crazy cooking adventure.
Makes sense.
But
That's an
again,
awesome one.
I'm not sitting here like, let me roast for 22 seconds then flip. No, I want it to be crazy. The burgers, things catch on fire. They got to go put it out. The competing restaurant comes across the street. Was it Jimmy?
Jimmy Pesto's.
Jimmy Pesto's, yeah. Jimmy Pesto. Yes, I'd want a Bob's Burger, man. I had so many. I didn't want to force a retro pick because all of my retro picks ended up being ones that were already games. So I didn't want to be like,
Would you want that in like 8-bit form or 16-bit form or what console?
I think I'd want it like Switch. So like
Ooh.
newer,
Yeah.
not like,
What about PS5?
man, I hate to admit it, I'm loving
In that
the PS5.
in
man.
that 77-inch TV?
I have to say it on the podcast, though. I've said it on the main channel. I am loving the PS5. Gosh dang it.
Yeah.
told you.
And I've given so
You know-
much hate
what do
on
you play?
yeah.
Huh?
What are you playing?
Right now, Ratchet and Clank Ripped Apart.
Oh, nice.
It is funny because we gonna get so much fire because especially Rifo and me, we talk
So much crap
bad.
about it.
Did you when it came out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we were
dude.
Xbox Series
Remember
X or
when
die.
they announced the controller?
We made a video
We
about it.
made a video. Actually,
Talking
it was like a
crap.
podcast, right?
Yeah, Squadcast.
The Squadcast. Oh my God, we talk so much. And look at now.
Well, so I bought a PS5 from Gabo, and I was like, all right, if I'm going to buy a PS5, I'm going to go the whole 9 yards. So I went to Best Buy, and I literally said, give me the best TV you have. And funny enough, he led me to the TV that you told me to buy. So I was like, well, Gabo was right. He literally said, your friend has good taste. That's the TV you want.
yeah.
So I got the big boy, basically an 80-inch TV. Then I was like walking out, and then the next day I was like, I might as well get the best sound bar. So I go over to another store and get a sound bar. And now, dude, when I'm playing Ratchet and Clank, bro, I'm just like
You're like in theater mode.
theater
it's
mode,
so
bro.
good, man.
It's great. Even for, I mean, I watched Mighty Ducks, the original. Then I watched Mighty Ducks 2 the next night. My kids.
We was
music.
debating which movie was going to be the first. You told me Super Mario, the Mario movie.
We didn't end up watching.
And I told you Save It Private Ryan.
Oh, boy, my kids would not be
Yeah,
around for
but-
that one. They would
but
ruin
they-
their
yeah.
life.
But, but man, I'm so happy for you. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
Ricky had another game. I know
I
that.
saw you searching in your phone, bro. What were you doing over there?
I was making sure because I knew I was like, all right, I checked it, but I double checked it, so I had triple checked it to make sure it wasn't a game. It was a game on a phone. Like that's why I was like, oh, yeah, it was like an Android game. Street Sharks. How after
Oh,
making
would've been
all those
so
games,
sick.
Oh,
all these
shoot.
random games, they never made a Street Sharks game on the Super
Dang,
Nintendo.
that's a good one.
And what, like
Makes
form?
sense.
Do you think
Nothing.
it'd be like kind of like
Nothing.
TMNT version?
Yeah, we talking beat 'em up. We talking.
we talking beat 'em up like
platformer?
TMNT.
Dude,
But
Slammo, dude. That's my
dude.
favorite.
Slam-
come
Yeah,
on,
bro.
So TMNT, like Super Nintendo game.
Yes.
Like a 2-4 player game with all the sharks.
that'd be
Dang,
insane.
that would be
Like
badass.
Pirate of the Dark Water.
Yes, just like that.
Wow.
Super NES.
Super NES is good.
Because Genesis is a 2D platform, I guess.
I don't think I ever played on the Genesis, but
Super NES is a beat 'em up.
how
What a
crazy is
sick
that?
one to
It's such a big show, but all these
Actually-
shows that only lasted like a year, they made that show was only a year, and they made
So
a whole game for it.
Or like Alien versus Predator, Super
Yeah.
NES.
You know what else didn't make it? Mummies Alive.
Mummies
I
Alive.
never saw a video game for Mummies Alive.
You would love it.
I never saw that cartoon.
You would love Mummies Alive and
Never heard
Monster
of it.
Force, which is one I recently found.
I
Monster
never
Force
saw
was
that
more like
either.
of a hidden.
Can I say one more?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Gabo.
Dude, I know there's games Walking Dead, but we need a good Walking Dead game. Just think about it. You saw some of the series, some seasons.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think it's an amazing story to do a video game?
Did they only make the Telltale series of that?
No, they have a VR
PS4,
one.
right?
They have like a third person one, but
I just
all
think
like
are
40
bad.
games.
He just starts naming them.
I mean, there was 2 other big ones that I wanted to mention because we had talked about it a little bit, Rick.
Yeah.
He-Man. He-Man came out initially on
They got games.
Atari.
Yeah.
They
There was
have a
Atari.
PS2 one.
Yeah, and it came out later. There was Atari 2600 and in television, which I've seen many times, so I know it came out. And then I don't think it was until like PS3, Xbox 360.
So we missed
So there
that.
was like a huge gap of like not a good solid game. I feel like that could probably Super Nintendo or NES would have been really good.
Well, you can play with Skeletor in Call of Duty now. I
I saw
yesterday.
that. Yeah.
I have a few notable mentions if you guys want to talk
see it.
about
Of
them.
Yeah.
course we want to hear
So,
it, Curtis.
I mean, imagine Captain of the Game Master would have been one.
oh,
would've been
Captain
cool.
N.
Dang.
That
Why
would
did
have
they
been
Yo,
not?
that
why
actually
why
messes-
on earth did Nintendo not do that?
Why didn't they?
Why would
That's
they
messing
not?
with my head now that it's not a game.
Yeah.
I got a better one.
Uh-oh. Are we sure?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Yes. I mean, if Angry Nerd has a video game, Mr. Captain, I know everything NES.
No, thank you.
You have a
Gross.
game.
I'm not near cool enough or popular.
All right, so I got a few more. I mean, you guys
Let's hear it, Curtis.
tell me a thumbs up or thumbs down, I guess, right now. It's
All right,
going to be
thumbs up or thumbs down with him.
Cow and Chicken.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
right.
Triple thumbs down. Where
I'll
you got
give
a
you a
thumbs up from
I'll
Ricky?
give you a thumbs up.
All right. And then Angry Beavers. If you guys
I'd say
ever seen
thumbs
them.
That
up
would
on
be
that one.
good.
Thumbs up.
What
That
is
would be good. Thumbs
Angry
up.
Beavers?
If you don't know, I mean,
Beavers?
you can look them up later.
put it-
Johnny's Quest.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Amazing.
Sideways.
This one's actually the one that I really liked, which was Freakazoid.
I love
Freakazoid.
Freakazoid.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that. Cartoon.
If they got a thick game.
You would know if you saw like his
I love
like,
the
character.
There was one
know.
other major one that they did not do, which was Voltron. There was
Yeah.
no
They have a 360 game.
360.
Yeah.
I know, but
But it
360
belonged in the 8-bit.
It belonged in the 8-bit,
80s.
16-bit
Yeah.
era. There was no
Like,
Voltron.
yeah, dude.
But how
that's
would you
true.
have done that? Well, how would you have done that game? What do you think?
2D?
Rick? Super
I-
Nintendo?
Super Nintendo and make it like the Power Rangers ones. You know
How do you like build into the Voltron?
because the Power Rangers
and-
ones
I
did,
wanna-
did stuff something like that.
Could
I
you
want it like
combine
a
in the Power
RPG.
Rangers one?
I think you
RPG.
can.
Dang, RPG.
I'd wanted a Super Nintendo RPG. Because that's when I really loved
Awesome.
when I could tolerate RPGs was on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, no
It
Voltron.
will be awesome. NES,
Okay.
2D platform.
Okay.
Each member find their lion, and after you find all the lions, you start like a shoot 'em up.
So that's the mission. Is each mission is to
Guardian
find their
Legend?
lions, and then Guardian
like
Legend.
Guardian
It is Guardian Legend. I'm like, I think there's
Or
a game
Life
like-
Force, like first like this,
You know who
and then
got
like
you know who got a game and it was better than I was thinking? Or it's actually what I wanted. I was very surprised when they announced the Stranger Things game and it's actually like what I wanted it to be.
oh, that's
It was like a top-down RPG, like 8-bit style video game.
Oh,
I didn't even hear about that. I didn't
It was
know that
great.
good.
I loved it. I actually beat it on mobile and on Switch. I think I
Really?
bought it from you.
What a
maybe?
baller.
Possibly.
all
It was great. I loved
give
it.
it to you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to close this one out. Gabo, thank you for being here.
Wait. Look behind you. Hurry. 2 hours on
Wow.
the dot.
But we're not done
done.
yet. But that was pretty
2
nuts.
hours on the dot.
All the full
We got a
episodes.
record.
Wait, everybody.
All the
let's
full
see if-
audio
no,
episodes
no.
will be linked in the description, guys. And thank you for being here and supporting us as always. And Gabo,
Kurt.
thank you for being here, dude.
He did it perfect. Curtis did it perfect. Gabo, high fives all around.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beto.
Hey,
Nope, I block it. Block it.
Hey, invite me again.
Okay, maybe in a month. Okay, bye-bye.